for the believers, strictly for the believers. So I looked up, I still believe that angels walk this earth in the form of human beings. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So it says angel appears to Gideon. And it says the angel, no, it's not, that's not the one I want. It says angels rescue Lot from Sodom. And it says Genesis 19:1 through 22. And it says 2 angels arrive in Sodom and are welcomed into Lot's home. The townspeople see them as men, not angels. They physically grab Lot and his family to pull them to safety before destroying the city. And let me tell you, now, I'm not saying this man was an angel. I don't know, but I do believe that an angel encounters. I do believe that I have encountered an angel in human form. Let my cousins tell it to you. Like, we were on a cruise. This couple came up. I seen them from afar, and they were sitting, like, just telling people, like, basically doing Bible study in the middle of the cruise. And that cruise was so small, we were able to see everybody. Y'all, after that encounter, we ain't never seen them again. I'm telling you, like, it was small enough that we would have noticed them. And it was weird too, because the woman was from somewhere that I had never really heard of. She had one of those strong accents. It was more so like maybe an Ireland accent. I'm not sure. The man was black. He was also, I believe he also was foreign. I believe that they were angels. I do. I'm that type of person, y'all. It gets deep, okay? And I have some other thoughts too. I could be wrong. I don't for my other thoughts, I don't have anything biblical to back me up, so I don't want to go there, or I don't have nothing, but we'll do the thoughts later. So I was on the train and I was heading back home, had me a good time the weekend for my birthday. This man, he's blabbing to everybody, talking to everybody. I'm like, is he drunk? He has like a container in his hand. Obviously, we know an angel might not get drunk. Now, I have my thoughts on this, and like, we got to go there another day. Because I got to study and I got to find some things. But I don't know what he was drinking. I know he was drinking out of a can. I'm not sure if he was like drinking to get drunk or whatever. He was with his wife. Anytime I have any of these encounters, they're always with a woman. And like I said, it's not to say that he was an angel. He could have just been talking and speaking through, And I'm wondering, I'll pray before I upload this, but I'll just say he said something to me that, because I want to revisit this when it happens, right? He said something to me as I sat down that I had heard that someone else had said to me before. It was more confirmation. And, he was asking me like, what's your name? I didn't say my full name, so I always tell people Shar. And then he was like, where you from? Like, what city you from? And he just kept insinuating that I do this thing that I've been wanting to do. And he was like, you could really, be successful with that. Like, like, I'm telling you. And when he said that, and he looked at me, and I was like, this is crazy that he's confirming this for me. And my friends are just back there. They're not my friend and my sister are back there. They're tired. They're sleeping. They're like, he's just blabbing. He's just talking like he's just blabbing. And he goes to talk to the man. This man sits down with him with his girlfriend. And he goes to say that, I don't even know his religion. It was some type of Christianity, I believe, or maybe Catholic. I'm not sure. He goes to tell this guy about how he had an encounter. He said he went to pray at the church and he got on his knees and the Lord touched him. I could cry right now because he was like, I had no money. I'm listening to this man. He was like, I had no money. He said I had nothing. I didn't know where anything was going to come from. I had lost everything. He was like, I think he said he sold a kidney. I don't know. I could be wrong. He said I guess at the time he looked to his wife like, you know, hey, you got to do something. And he was able to come up, and now he has a business, and he's doing great and things for himself. The guy across, and he was saying, you know, you got to pray. You have to believe in God. And then the guy across from him was just basically like, yeah, you know, I do. And his wife is another religion. So they both believe in totally different things. And he was also telling him, like, the way that you're going to get to where you want to go, you got to have that's the key to success, a good woman in your corner. When you have a wife and a woman in your corner, that's what's going to propel you. We could talk about that in another video. But I just listened to this man and I was soaking it up because I love to get information from people, especially people who were successful, are successful. I feel like you could learn anything from anybody. And I'm here to say that person that you meet, that homeless person that you meet, that drunk person that you might sit across from, and you want to block it out, you may be blocking out a blessing. You may be blocking out something that you need to hear that day. Like, don't be so fast to discontinue people, because they could be there to encourage you. An angel in disguise. I don't think an angel is gonna come to you as this prepped up pretty person. A lot of time it is the homeless man on the street, right? I just feel like I have this thought, I could be wrong, that God will send the angels here, and when he send them here and send them in human form, they might not have nothing at all. When Jesus came here, he had nothing. He was broke. Okay? He was broke. He was born in a manger. Like, and who knows what he endured those lives in between. Somebody was saying that. No, I don't took what they said, but yeah. I just feel like you never know. And that was so encouraging. Like, to hear him tell his story about how he struggled, to hear him, you know, say how now he's doing so much better in his life. And he was just encouraged. He was encouraging him. He asked him, what do you want to do in your life? And I was like, you know, I was always told, you know, not to tell people. And he was like, start a business. And he was like, start that business. He said, do it. He said, I think that's the best thing you could do. What are you trying to get into? He was in finance. He was telling him about his plans, and he's like, and then at the end, I think they ended up like exchanging numbers or something like that. But you know, he's foreign. He isn't from here, but he's trying to get his brother and his sister to come over here. I think that's so brave of people. But it just was an eye-opening moment. And it was just so crazy what he was saying to me. And God bless that guy. I hope that God blesses him. But like I said, sometimes it really is an angel in disguise that's here to come to give you a message, something that you really been looking for in your life, some words that you needed to hear. That is the second time I have heard those words, and I'm standing on those words. There's times where, like, sometimes God give you a word, sometimes you going throughout life, and like there was one moment where I'm like, yo, I think I kind of like want a family, like I would love to be married, but it's like right now, but that's not what God has given you, right? God knows you more than you know yourself. And I just thought that was just, it stuck me, right? Like at first what he said kind of went over my head, but then I was like, no, this is a moment. This is something that you needed to hear, because you're too busy leaning ears to everybody else. Sometimes God just have to like draw you back and ground you and be like, no, I said what I said to you. I said what I said. Like, I said what I mother flipping said. Like, I said that. Don't forget that I said that. Don't put your ears to other people. You might have people that's close to you telling you one whole other thing. Maybe even your mentor is telling you like da da da. But no, you could be like, no, God told me this though. And like I said in my other video, you cannot have conversation. This man, the conversation that I had with this man was somebody who was on my level of thinking. If I couldn't have that conversation with just anybody, and they would encourage me. That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. Sometimes the people that you love them. They want the best for you. So they want you to cross every I and dot every T and do it in a certain way. And God is saying, no, that's not what she's going to do. Like God, your Father in heaven is like your real father, the one that's really supposed to tell you what to do and where to go in life. Like, no, I got something else for you. Like, you ever hear about like parents, like a lot of foreign parents, they want their kids to be a doctor or a lawyer. But you go back and you say, I want to paint. I want to be a painter. And God has really called you to be a painter, to be an artist, right? Like to do something so specific. Next thing you know, you're getting millions and billions of dollars or whatever painting, because that's your purpose. That's what God sent you here for. We all have a purpose, and it's important to like know our purpose. And sometimes the people around us try to people want you to what they think you should be doing, not what God thinks. It's never go to God and see if God wants you to do this. It's no, you should do this and you should do that. Now, sometimes people are right though. Sometimes you do want to lend your ear to your friends that really care about you and really want to see you win. Because now I'm like, dang, I wish I would have thought about that. Somebody was like, you would have been a good therapist. I'm like, hold on, you're right. So that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to encourage y'all on this Monday, that I hope that either I came to inspire you with that story, to just encourage you to keep going in whatever you want to do. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.